They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Who don't? These cunts. What cunts? What are you on about? What? I'm using the C word as a colloquial term of endearment. Such is the way with us Brits. Us crazy ass limeys. But anybody who's watching this who's not a Brit, I apologise for my glib use of the C word in a manner that could well be interpreted in a different way to what it's meant. These individuals here, who are they? The people who work for the company who collect the recycling. Yes, those people. They don't give a fuck. No, they don't. Recycling. Here in the UK, depending on what local authority you've got different schemes, different regimens for having your recycling shit recycled. Different places have a different carry-on. You've got different bins and bags and containers into which you can put various different things, whether it's like glass or metal or paper or food waste. Food waste. I've got so much fucking food, fuck it, I'll just throw some away. That's surplus, that shit, I'll throw it away. Yeah, it goes to recycle. I don't exactly know what happened. Yeah, I've heard an explanation about the recycling of food, or rather, putting food waste to recycle, not just sending it to landfill. Because apparently, as it decomposes, it gives off greenhouse gas. I mean, greenhouse gases are somewhat problematic nowadays because it's not global warming. No. No, Stephen Molyneux taught us that. It's not global warming. It's climate change. Yeah. The problematic aspect of global warming being that the planet's not getting warmer. So they changed it to climate change. So, it's climate change. Yeah. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Yeah. Anyway, these people don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. The individuals where I live. Friday is bin stroke recycling day. When I say stroke, I don't mean having a stroke, but if you are highly strung, I suspect some of the activity of the people who are employed to do the recycling, or rather collecting the recycling, would possibly, they might create a stroke within that if you're highly strung. If you're too tightly wound for Vietnam, and possibly New Orleans as well, you might find it somewhat difficult to come to terms with the outlook on life that the people who are employed to collecting the recycle have. But that really is a you problem, because the people who are employed to collecting the recycle stuff are, I am positive, on minimum wage. They'll be on minimum wage. There's no decent jobs anymore where blue collar can earn beyond minimum wage. My previous employer, who I harp on about like a long lost love affair. My previous employer were at pains to ensure that everybody was on the same wage. You're just a button pusher. All the operators and people he had working for him on the factory floor. Downskilling. That was their shtick. Downskilling, so we don't have to pay them anything. So we don't have to pay these cunts. And again, when I say cunts, I mean, yeah, they probably did think of everyone on the factory floor as cunts. But yeah. Again, that's a video for another time. But the recycle caper. So yeah, the local authority where I live, you've got to sort different things. There's different things you sort into different containers, and then you leave it out every. It used to be every other. It alternated on a 2-weekly basis. 1 week. So there's 4 or 5 different categories of recycled stuff. 1 week it was 3 of the recycle items. The next week it was the other 2, and it alternated. But in no short order they sacked that off because, people are putting the wrong stuff out, you know, getting the timings wrong or whatever, you know. Anyway, today, Friday, is recycle day round my neck of woods. So, and as luck would have it, it's also New Year's Eve today, the 31st of December 2021. It's the first. It's old year's night. So anybody working today has got a fucking long face. They've got a slapped ass face, or however it, they've got a face like a slapped ass. They've got a face like a dog trying to piss off a thistle, or I don't know, whatever the fuck, whatever description conjures up an image of somebody with a long face with an unhappy kite. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on today for anybody who's working. Because, and here's the other thing. In the past, in the good old days, back in the day, you'd have a crew of bin men. Yeah, it was predominantly men. Women didn't do that job. They just didn't. No, I don't want to work on bins. Fuck that. So you'd have bin men, and they'd have a round. They'd have their round, yeah. And you'd get to know you would get to know your bin men. Oh. And maybe at the end of the year you'd have a bit of, you'd have a little something put aside there for bin men. Oh yeah, Happy New Year, gentlemen. Nice one, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Whoa. And it fostered a relationship with you and your municipal employee who were coming out to empty your bin in the morning or whatever, But nowadays it's a job that's farmed out to some corporation, some company, who they themselves are, I'm quite confident, just farm it out to somebody else. So, from 1 week to the next, who knows who's going to be emptying your bins? Or more accurately, who knows who it is that's tip-top recycling stuff all over the street? Yeah. I mean, I could hear them chinking away in the recycled glass part of the recycling for a good many minutes. Long enough this morning, I heard them clinking and clanking stuff. Oh, and I got up. I had enough time to get my fat ass out of bed and get all the stuff out and ready to be picked up at curbside there. That's how far away they were. I don't know how far away they were, but they were making enough noise that I could hear them, but they didn't appear for a good while. And then I hear my car alarm going off. Or rather, I heard a car alarm going. Looked at, it's my car. It's buzzing away. So they'd done something. They'd done something near the car to set the bloody alarm off. Neighbour came out. Looking at his car. Didn't see what wrong with his car, so he buggered off inside. Buggered off back inside. Got on with his grow. He's not growing cannabis. I'm just speculating wildly. But so I went, as soon as they buggered off, well, a little while after. I went back out to pick up the bag. There's a bag that you put plastic and tins in. And there's a tub, a big plastic tub you put glass bottles in. And then there's the container for food waste. So I went out to get them in, and get them back, get them back inside the yard and that. So they won't be purloined by somebody else in the neighbourhood. Or just blown down street by wind. And while I'm doing that, once I brought them in, I then cleaned up all broken glass off road there. From whatever bottles some neighbours had put to recycle and they'd broken and just left glass on, left it on the floor there. They don't give a fuck.